Tuesday, Kash Patel had a hearing in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and on Wednesday, he had a hearing in front of the House Judiciary Committee. Now, both of those hearings went totally off the rails. Patel was hammered from both sides, the left and the right, everybody just letting this guy have it. But one of the best interactions that took place happened to be when Democrat Eric Swalwell decided to ask Kash Patel if he had, in fact, informed the Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi, that Donald Trump's name is all over those Epstein files. And Patel didn't want to answer and became so defensive that at one point he actually started reciting the alphabet just so he didn't have to answer the question. Now, we have a clip of it, and I want you to see this. I want you to see this man backed up on his heels, the different methods of deflection that he uses before finally just changing the subject altogether. This is truly a masterclass in how to say that you're guilty without having to say that you're guilty. Take a look.
Remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the
Simple question. Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed.
The question is simple. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Yes or no?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No, A, B, C.
Director,
D, E, F.
it sounds like you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your constituency by focusing on reducing violent crime in this country and the number of pedophiles that are legally flower-birthing your sanctuary cities in California? We can work with you on that. Dig it on, or Mr. Cuevas on that.
Director,
I'm the lawless gentleman from California.
did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
Question has been asked and answered.
You've not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt.
Now, Kash Patel's little rant there actually has me wondering something quite serious. And obviously this got lost in the shuffle, right? Because, everybody's focusing on the Epstein thing, and I'll talk about that in a second. But Patel just mentioned that in Swalwell's California, possibly his district, there's a huge trafficking problem and child abusers. And he knows that. Okay? Eric Swalwell, I don't know if you know this, Kash Patel, Eric Swalwell is not a law enforcement official. Eric Swalwell cannot conduct a raid. Eric Swalwell cannot arrest a human being. He has no authority to do that at all. You, on the other hand, actually run an entire agency full of people who can do this. So you're sitting there lecturing Swalwell, we know all these criminals in your district. Then what are you doing? What's your agency doing, buddy? You're tracking people's social media to see if they're not properly mourning Charlie Kirk instead of going out there and arresting these traffickers, these child traffickers that you say exist in Swalwell's district that you know of. That's your job, not Swalwell's job. Now, the thing is, obviously, I don't believe Patel for a second. Right? He's trying to deflect from the Epstein issue. But I think the question needs to be asked. You're sitting there saying you know all these criminals are there. You run the agency responsible for arresting those people. Why are you lecturing Swalwell about crime? You're supposed to be fixing it. Like, crime is your job, Patel, not Swalwell's. Swalwell's job is to legislate, to write bills, to pass bills. Your job is to arrest bad people. I hope that explains a lot to you, Kash. But also, let's talk about the Epstein thing. I love how Swalwell ended it that, your refusal to answer the question we will take as a consciousness of guilt. Because that's what it is. It was a yes or no question. It wasn't a please explain your answer type question on a college exam. No, it was yes or no. Did you do this thing? And he couldn't say yes or no. he had to go into these things, and he's got all his little papers scattered around. Like, what do you need your papers for, buddy? They're asking about things you've done, and you're like, oh, I got all my papers. I don't know. That was just weird to me. Especially with how spread out they were, because it wasn't many. So he just put like one paper here, one there to make it look like he had a lot. But all of that is beside the point. The point is, this is consciousness of guilt. This is Kash Patel refusing to answer the question because he knows what answering the question will do. And he knows what happens if he lies about answering the question, or what could possibly happen if he lies about the answer to the question. Because Pam Bondi would have to prosecute him, and she's not going to do that. But this is about as close as an admission as we can get that, yeah, Trump's name is all over these damn files. So much so, in fact, that his own administration, his own trusted sycophants, can't even compose themselves long enough to lie for him. That's how bad it is in those files. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.